fatwood lovers out there, they're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you didn't use fatwood. Fatwood is the best thing ever. Blah, 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 blah. We'll go ahead and make some using fatwood. Don't get me wrong, I love fatwood too. And we're gonna get it done, hopefully. I'm getting all these little pieces in there because those papery thin ones are important. Burp for effect. Yay, fatwood! The other cool thing about big knives is you can take them and put out fires that way. Only you can prevent forest fires. Alright, with processing fatwood with the big knife, of course you don't want to chunk out your knife by processing it. You can utilize the back of your knife, using the BK2 right here, or BK9 right here, to start processing this stuff instead of hacking all the way through it. Because who wants to break their edge when they can just, you know, sit there and break pieces apart without hurting their edge? And then you can start utilizing this fatwood this way. You can break it up finely using the back of the blade. Of course, then you can start making it even finer, utilizing back of your hand, baton. Doesn't really matter, whatever you like. Also, when you're going through and grabbing the fatwood, instead of chopping at it, when you see one on a nice tree, maybe the branches or something from a loblolly pine or any other type of pine, instead of just sitting there and chopping straight away, if you go outwards real far and then smack it, you'll be able to break all that up without worrying about edge degradation. Not a big deal. Good stuff. Once again, teeny tiny shavings. These are all those sap-packed shavings that work real well. And you can finesse the stick instead of the knife. That way you don't get so frustrated when you break it off. You don't have to have it all connected to a stick too. If you just have a pile of ignitables, you're good to go. Of course, you can use the flat of a blade to work through nuts and break up nuts. I can't believe I actually found some of this cotyledon, or this nut meat, that's good right now. Everything's normally pretty nice and rotten, crack, and has a acorn weevil or other type of bug in it somewhere like that. And you can crack open nuts, not hard. You may find some stick that you know has some good bark on it, like this stuff, and you know it'd be good for a fire steel or making tinder. Because you just tell after torching stuff, I don't know. But it's got all this stiff outer bark layer on it. You can mash that up like that in your hands, and you can get it just a little bit finer by mashing it with the flat of the blade, making it something that can catch a spark better. Keep working it. Torch it. Oh my gosh, I didn't use a fire steel. Call Congress. This stuff's wet. I wonder if it'll burn. Yeah, it'll burn a little bit. Cool. You can use your machete or big blade to put the stuff out too after you burned it. You can pimp slap your friend in the side. That technical term is called plenazo, when you hit somebody with the flat of a blade. In most cases in Latin and Central America, it's a machete. Smacking them, something that gang members do. Beat up somebody. If your dog keeps annoying you during filming, you can take the tennis ball and smack it with the flat of the blade too, and then she leaves you alone. You can of course flip burgers and a whole bunch of other stuff. You can use it to pound in tent stakes if there would. I probably wouldn't do it with a metal one too much, just because it puts stress on the blade that it doesn't need. Smack, 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 smack. Ooh, a tent stake. Cool. Big blade, side of it. You can use it. Woo. Like tent pegs, you can fashion a whole bunch of other different tools pretty quickly utilizing a big knife. There you go, nice pot hook, real quick. Of course, there's always a method of choking up on the choil and either pushing forward on the machete knife or pulling back on a stick. Making this work for you. You can lock it in the leg like that. Whatever you want to do. Big knives are fun to use in the bush, and they kind of whittle their way into their own little niche of helping you out. The more that you use them, the more comfortable you'll be. And it's a great way to explore the world of bushcraft through methods that you probably haven't seen before. A lot of people do not use big knives because they don't think that they're necessary. Couple one of these with a small folding blade and you'll probably have most of your realms covered, depending on what habitat you're in. If you want to check out more big knife fun, check out Bindle Stitch 1 on youtube.com or Colhane, Mac, Picked, whatever. I think it's under Colhane, somewhere on there. Enjoy it. You can get over all those "that's not a knife, this is a knife" comments when you're camping and all that. But in truth, these things expediently help you get all your bushcraft stuff done. If you have your small knife, you can whittle all your trap triggers and Lord knows what else that you might have out there. If you're not trying to make a conflagration that you want to see from space through a little bush savvy, utilizing maybe the crotch of a tree to break some kind of, to break dry wood or anything like that, you can get through the fact that you don't have an axe for splitting. Get out there, use these, and have fun with it. If you really want to challenge yourself, do a camping trip with a big knife only and see if you came into any conundrums where you wish you had a saw, axe, or small knife. It's a general law of fate. Since I have this videotaping right now, it's not going to work on the first one. If it does, I'll be pretty happy. But generally, if you're in front of friends, trying to do this for a class or something, you're going to have to sit there and spark for a while because everybody's watching you. Fire.